I'll give everything a second.
Madison, obviously you've been out for a little bit, kind of nursing a minor injury. You went down hard there at the end. How are you feeling?
I'm good. It was just, I landed on Lorena's foot. It just scared me a little bit just from the last time I did it with my other ankle, but I'm fine. So.
Okay. Well, how would you evaluate how the team did tonight?
I mean, I will be brutally honest, we could do way better than what we did defensively. We were slow offensively, which is fine, but we can't be able to give them so many as much as we're giving points. You know, like we can't do that, especially against them, and now we're playing against South Carolina the next game. That cannot happen. Can't. So we just got some things that we need to fix defensively and just have more effort and energy on defense.
You guys have 12 turnovers in the first half, and then just 2 in the second. What changed?
Sharing the ball. We shared the ball a lot more. We only had like 4 assists. I don't know what we ended up with. I don't know, maybe y'all could tell me, but
8.
Only 8. Well, it felt like we were sharing the ball a lot more. You could tell the ball was moving around a lot more. But I think that was the main thing. Not just letting it stick in one person's hand and try to do one-on-one all game, because it doesn't work, and it showed in the first half. So sharing the ball was the main thing for us.
Zoe, you started the game, I think, with 2 straight turnovers. You know, when you go out there first game, have that happen, you know, what are you telling yourself or what are your teammates telling you so you can bounce back from that?
I felt like I was turning the ball over in the beginning because I wasn't aggressive. I feel like I started to get my jitters out, but when I started being more aggressive, I feel like that's when the floor started opening up and I started stop turning the ball over.
Zoe, you had the 200 turnovers in the first quarter, 3 in the second half, but then bounced back with 14 second half points for now new career high for you with 21. Just how much of an onus did you take on yourself out of halftime to kind of pick some trying to kind of make up for some of those first half mistakes?
Just staying confident and trusting my abilities. You know, I work very hard. And, you know, if you have a bad first half, that doesn't define the second half. You know, it's a whole new game. So just telling myself that.
For both of you, just talk about your excitement to seeing that banner go up right before the game.
Oh, it was super exciting. You know, me and Zoe, Sanaya and Azaya, and obviously Mimi coming back. All of us that were veterans here, I mean, it was a great feeling to see it go down. You know, it's been a while since that's happened here, so I'm really excited to be a part of that and just an honor to, you know, be at NC State and represent them. It was a great accomplishment. I think that we deserved everything that we got last year, and hopefully we can do it again this year.
Coach Moore talked a lot about how he wanted y'all to really push the tempo this year, maybe even more so than last year. Did that feel like an emphasis tonight? And how would you just assess y'all's job as guards, getting the ball up the floor quicker?
I think ETSU had a really great defense in the first half. I mean, honestly, they did a really great job packing in the paint. It was hard for us to, you know, drive in and get open layups like we usually do, but we had to figure it out. And obviously, in the second half, we scored like 50-something points in a half. But I just think, you know, we just got to keep pushing the ball no matter if they stop us or not, because somebody's going to be open. There's obviously going to be miscommunication somewhere. We just got to keep our head up. You know, Zoe's good at that, Sanaya, Sam, even Isaiah and me. We just got to keep our heads up and see the floor. That's pretty much about it. I agree with Madison. I definitely think that in the first quarter or two, or really first half, that they had us on lock and they had us down pat. And I feel like we have to do a better job of noticing how teams play us and adjusting.
And that was y'all's first time facing adversity as a group this season. How do you think you guys handled that?
We handled it pretty well. I mean, it was pretty close in the first, you know, this halftime. But I mean, you got to bounce back at some point. You got to be able to come together as a team. You know, we have some new freshmen on the team that were playing a lot today, and just trying to get them to understand not to get so down when you're being yelled at or whatever. And it takes time because, you know, Coach Moore, you know, y'all know Coach Moore. But, I mean, he's a great guy. Like, he just wants you to do the best that you can do out there. But I just feel like, you know, we just got to do better all around. It doesn't even matter, like, offensive or defensive. We just got to do better.
How far are the sophomores and freshmen going to have to take this team? And do you feel like they're equipped to do that?
I think they're equipped to do whatever they feel like they can do. I mean, they're going to take us, they're going to take themselves as far as they want to and the team as well. They just gotta put in the effort and put in the work. I feel like they are. But they just gotta keep doing it, have that consistency. It's okay to say, oh, I did it for a couple games and not do it for the whole season. Not everybody's gonna do that. So I feel like they can do it. I know they can do it, they just have to.
Y'all were 13 of 21 on layups. How much of that was ETSU's defense and getting in the paint, and how much was that just not finishing?
I'll say both. I mean, honestly, we were just, some of them weren't finishing, some of them just missed calls, but I mean, it happens. It's a basketball game. It is what it is. You just got to make layups. I feel like, as for us, a D1 team, we got to make those layups, no matter what. I mean, at least try or get it there. That's just what we work on as a team. So we'll do better, like I said.
Last year, you began the season unranked, projected towards the bottom of the ACC. Kind of about the underdog mentality. This year, you kind of got credit where credit's due. One of the top teams in the ACC, number 9 overall. What's the mentality heading into this season?
Because honestly, don't even look at the rankings. Because when we're unranked, we still played our hearts out, and we got to the spot where we deserve, and I still feel like we should be ranked higher, but this ain't going to prove everybody wrong like we did last year.
So you took 6 threes today. It's the most you've ever taken in a game. How much of a point of emphasis was that for you this offseason?
Definitely to work on it. I still feel like I have to shoot better and make more threes, but I'm definitely a lot more confident this year to shoot it, so I know that as the season continues, I'm going to make those threes.
Final questions?
For the both of you, you got South Carolina next. Just talk about that being in Charlotte, big game on Sunday.
I mean, I'm sure they watched us tonight, as we watched them yesterday. Like I said, we got to do better, but we know what we're coming into. So we'll watch film, get ready for them, and meet them in Charlotte.
Like Maddie said, they definitely watched us, and I think that the first half they probably were like, oh, they're not that good. What is this? Like, we did look crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that we're gonna give them a good game when we beat them.
Tonight, you guys are really guard-heavy team. Coming into the season, that was one of the questions with you guys. Was there something that you guys saw to be able to come out with 42 points in the paint, or did that just happen with the guards being able to facilitate that?
I think facilitation and rebounding. I feel like a lot of our guards are going into rebound. Like I'm a 3 playing the 4 position, so me being able to go rebound, even if I was a 3, I'm going in there to rebound anyway. Or Zoe will get those rebounds, or Sanaya, Zaya, and then we got our bigs. So we have the potential to do better in rebounding as well. I thought we could have done a lot better offensively, like rebounding. But I think we did a great job facilitating in the second half and rebounding. So I feel like we just got to keep that consistency with that.
I feel like we have to get the bigs the ball more. I feel like we drove and kind of looked for more of our shots rather than dumping it off. And I think that came from losing confidence in the first half, trying to dump it off, and it was a turnover. But just keeping them involved, I think, will help open the floor up a lot for us guards.
Being a guard-heavy team, but some of the bigs kind of stepped up, especially in the second half. Lorena and Tilda both had 3 offensive rebounds. Just when you have kind of us going into this game, kind of a question mark at the 5, but to see them perform on the boards like that, how much does it instill confidence that they can be a bigger part of this team this season?
I mean, they're still young. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, they're still freshmen. Mallory's still a sophomore. I know Lizzie's older, but she's still, just now starting to play in this group. So it's still kind of fresh a little bit for her in a game. But I feel like they still got to rebound more. I mean, it's just honestly, just with South Carolina being as big as they are, especially with the next game, they got to do better offensive rebounding because they will kill us if we do not box out a rebound. It's just honest truth. They're the SEC. I've been in the SEC. I know how it is, and we just got to do better on that. So, but they did a really great job tonight, for sure.
I think Lorena did a lot of really good things today. She's very strong, very physical, and I think that we can really use her a lot in South Carolina because of how physical she is. And obviously, as you all know, they're a very big, athletic, and physical team, so we're definitely going to have to be tougher and box out because if not, they're going to kill us.
Kind of in that same vein, 19 second chance points in the second half tonight compared to 4 in the first. When the shots aren't falling initially, how important is it against a big physical team like South Carolina to get those second chance points, to be able to make up for those first missed shots?
Can you repeat your your question again? I couldn't even.
No, that's all
That's
right.
fine.
So tonight y'all had 19
Right.
second chance points in the second half compared to 4 in the first half. When you're
Right.
going up against a big physical team like South Carolina,
Mhm.
how important is it to make the most of those second chance opportunities and make those second chance points?
I mean, it's super important. I mean, just like, you know, they're a good offense and defensive team. They're big. We got to get those opportunities a lot in a game. They're going to get tired at some point, but we got to fight through it. Like I said, offensive rebounding is going to be key. Stealing the ball is going to be key. Making them turn it over, giving us more possessions is going to be key for us. Even when we're not shooting the ball great, all those things can contribute to winning a game. It's not all about offense. You got to play defense this game to rebound. So that's what's going to win this game.
Thank you.